Hey everybody, Craig Lieberman coming back to you with another episode. So let's jump in. Have you ever wondered if there was a way to get into a Fast and Furious movie? Well, I get this question every day. I've been asked this in 3 different ways, mostly. First one goes like this. Hey Craig, I really want to be an actor in one of the Fast and Furious movies. Okay. So then I have to ask some qualifying questions. First, I ask them if they're already a professional actor. No. If not, are they in acting classes? No. Or are they working with casting agencies or extra casting companies? Nope. I also ask them if they're a stuntman or studying to be a stuntman. That might be a way in. If they're not doing any of these things, these people are just not really serious or they're just naive. 99% of the people who send me such requests are not doing any of these things. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but usually that only happens to beautiful women with big hands, if you catch my drift. But it doesn't really matter right now because I'm not even working with Universal in any capacity right now. So I couldn't pull any strings for you anyway. However, if Mila Kunis wants to be in one of the Fast and Furious movies, I would be happy to give her a private audition.
I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna put my foot in your ass.
I don't know if you know this, but I actually now have a merch store. And if you haven't checked out the video description below my videos, then you're missing out. Currently, I've got a pack full of movie quote t-shirts and more styles are being added every month and new items are in development right now. So have a look, see if there's anything you like and wear it with pride. The link is in the video description below. Question number 2 usually goes something like this. Dear Craig, I want to get my car in a Fast and Furious movie. And they say something like, I have a 2003 Hyundai Sonata with a pink paint job and a big wing. Oh yeah, we've been looking for one of those for years. But it is possible to get your car in a movie, and I'm going to go through that right now. So as you remember, for the first 3 movies, Universal put out several casting calls for extra background cars. I was there at 4 of them at least, and this is the casting call for Fast 2. They did it again for another movie, Fast 10, when they're filming over in England. So as you can see, you might have a chance. If you happen to be in the right place at the right time with the right car, it can happen. My friend Amy Greenland in England did just that. Her cars were in Fast 10, and she was a background person as well. So if you want to get your car into a Fast and Furious movie as a main car, you'd have to build something super crazy like the Lykan Hypersport. Short of that, you might land a role as a background car, probably your best chance. If you live close to where they're filming, remember, Universal's not gonna ship your Hyundai Sonata to Brazil. They can get one there. So I'll tell you a quick story. About a year before Fast 10, I got a DM from a young gentleman with an S550 Mustang who was quite convinced that his Mustang would outshine any other car in the movie, so they had to have it. They needed to ship it to Portugal immediately. While I admire his pride, he just didn't understand the cars for the movies are now built in-house, almost exclusively. A lot of people are gonna ask me, well, why is it that way? You got your cars in the movie, and as I've said 1,000 times, it was right place, right car at the right time with the right budget. They needed a car, they didn't have any of those cars, they knew nothing about tuner cars, so it was easier to rent the cars, right? But that doesn't do that anymore, and Too Fast, Too Furious, they bought all the cars and make replicas. They had money now. And this is a time when it was more economical to rent the cars and make a few cosmetic copies of the cars. So I can appreciate the enthusiasm from that kid, but we have to be realistic. Question number 3. Dear Craig, I'd like to get some of my car parts on some of the cars. That's called product placement. Let me go through it. You want to put products on the cars and then put a sticker on the car, right? That's what you're talking about. We did that for Fast 1 and Fast 2. They don't really do it anymore. The best way to probably do it is to build a car like something what Chip Foose would build, or somebody like Steve Strope. But for everybody else, it's gonna be extremely unlikely. Today, we still see product placement in the Fast and Furious movies, mostly loaner cars from supercar manufacturers, McLaren, Ford, of course Dodge, 10 times over. This is because everything has changed. Over the years, the budgets get bigger. So this is because the picture car team seems focused on classic muscle cars. So they're going that way. And so the bulk of the cars used in the Fast movies are muscle cars, Dodge Chargers, Challengers, or maybe the script doesn't call for a special vehicle. They just take one off the street, build it up as a crazy car, and then you're done. I know all of this doesn't give you much hope, but there might be a chance coming up for this next movie. If Fast 11 truly goes back to street racing, as they're saying they're doing, you can bet that there's gonna be at least one scene with background cars for some kind of street race, right? I don't know where they're filming yet, but I'm betting it will be in Southern California. And if it's not in Southern California, try to find out where they're filming and try to talk to somebody on the production and offer to supply background cars. Doesn't hurt to try, right? The way the cars are being built for the Fast and Furious movies today, they're built to take punishment. The Ice Charger I talked about a couple weeks is a prime example. While the Hero 1 Ice Charger was a nice clean car, it had no roll down windows and the exhaust went through the cabin and it was hot. So you couldn't sit in that car for more than 5 minutes. So that's not a car really, it's a prop. However, the reality is that Universal is in good hands with Dennis McCarthy and his team. They can build, modify, or acquire any vehicle they desire. So for this reason, the best you could probably do is to land a role as a background car. And you can do it if it's the right place, right car. And if your car lands a role as a background car, document the whole procedure with the pictures. In the event that you try to sell your car later on, it will help you get top dollar for your car. So that's it. Those are the ways you can get in. And I know it's not much help, but I just want to put it out there so you keep those things in your head, okay? If you have any questions, hit me in my DM on Instagram. That's going to be it for this week. Next week, I'm going to be talking about why Mustangs crash so much. And I'm not going to say that people are crappy drivers. Maybe some people are inexperienced, but there's physics going on. We'll talk about it. See you next time. Thanks for watching.